Welcome into Upperman High School in Baxter, Tennessee, the site of this Region 4 3A boys quarterfinal matchup between the visiting Lawrence County Wildcats and the hosting Upperman Bees. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us to our left. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, and you're watching it live on the UCR YouTube channel and on the NFHS network. We welcome you in. Let us know in the comments section who you are, where you're watching from, and who you're cheering for. This is the Crouch team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show as we sit a couple of minutes away from tip-off as these two teams try to extend their season in the opening round of the region tournament. Let's take a look at the tail tape in this one. It's the 1-4 matchup. The Upperman Bees, the winners of District 7 AAA in both the regular season and in the tournament. Their opponents on the other end, the 4 seed out of the District 8 AAA tournament in Lawrence County. Upperman 25-2 on the campaign. Lawrence County at 14-14. But as we all know all too well, the records mean nothing this time of year, as it is a win or go home situation for these two squads. Getting behind the top line numbers for Lawrence County, coming in here off of two tight losses. They fell in their third place game to Marshall County 48-46, and that was after losing to Tullahoma 62-52. Marshall County tonight will be on the road at Stowe Memorial in Crossville. Tullahoma hosting the 4-seeded DeKalb County Tigers. Giles County hosting Livingston Academy this evening. We'll try to keep you updated on those games as we move forward. This tournament will move to Cookeville High School starting on Tuesday night. The girls' games will be on Monday and Wednesday. Boys' games on Tuesday and Thursday, as these two squads each inch closer and closer towards their end goal, which is the state tournament. For Upperman, they rolled their way into the district tournament and then continued with a dominant victory over Livingston Academy in the semifinal round, then a hard-fought victory over those Stowe Memorial Panthers, 61-57. What a game it was in the District 7 AAA championship game. But the Bees, as they have been all season long, the consensus number one ranked team in the state of Tennessee, winners of 15 games in a row. They're number one in the BCAP poll, in the Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll, in the Gannett poll, in the UC Top 5. Any poll in the state of Tennessee, the Bees sit number one in Class 3A. They try to show off why. When we come back, we'll have the tee-up starting lineups and all the action as the Wildcats take on the Bees. Coverage presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only conservator auction of this property in Jamestown. Boasting 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with 2,000 square feet of living area on 2.5 acres, don't miss your opportunity to bid. You can bid on this home and quality personal property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding in this online-only auction ends on Thursday, March 6th at 10 a.m. Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. It's time for the Tee Up starting lineups as the Lawrence County Wildcats take on the Upperman Bees. Tee Up, your hometown state-of-the-art indoor golfing experience located just minutes down the road here in Baxter. Starting tonight for the Lawrence County Wildcats under head coach Bryce Clift. With a record of 14 victories and 14 losses, they are the 4 seed out of District 8 AAA. Starting tonight for the Wildcats, number 1, Wes Brewer. Number 3, Braden Fields. Number 10, Max Carr. Number 11, Alex Bedford. And number 13, Colton Tucker. Their opponents tonight, the Upperman Bees, under head coach Bobby McWilliams, with a record of 25 victories and 2 losses. They are the District 7 AAA tournament champions. Starting tonight for the Bees, number 0, Mr. Basketball, Ty Cobb. Number 2, Jack Torrance. Number 4, Evan Huddleston. Number 23, Bronston Chaffin. And number 24, Colton Johnson. The Wildcats on the road in the purple jerseys and shorts with gold numbers and letters. The Bees on their home floor in their home white jerseys and shorts, gold numbers on the front and the back with Upperman in black letters across the chest. I'm Noah McKay. That's Madison McKay producing things for us. We sure are happy you're with us tonight, whether you're watching on YouTube or the NFHS Network. We welcome you in. The winner advances on to face the winner of Giles County and Livingston Academy. The loser season comes to an end tonight. Lead official walks it in, throws it up, and the tip's going to be won by Lawrence County, and the Wildcats will possess. They've been very competitive throughout the season. Despite the 14-14 record, Upperman anticipates a fight. These two teams met in last year's region championship game, a 13-point Upperman victory. The Bees went on to the Final Four. Lawrence County season came to an end in the sub-state round. They're trying to pull an upset here tonight and end Upperman's dream season. Kick out pass, now slicing through, blocked. Ty Cobb with the swat. It stays on this end with Brewer. He'll throw it up the left hand, no. Cobb with the rebound, now Upperman out and running with speed. Cobb into the front court, fires it for Chaffin. He bobbles, gathers, and now loses it again. It'll go back to Lawrence County. Wildcats going to push it ahead with Wes Brewer. Brewer bounces it behind him. Now into the low block. Trying to solve Ty Cobb is Bedford. Now he kicks out to an open three-point shooter, Tucker, who rains it through. Colton Tucker gives the Wildcats a 3-0 lead here on the road early on in this game. We're a minute into the contest. Upperman's had a bit of a slow start problem here in recent games. Against Cumberland County, the final game of the regular season, we're down 10 in the first quarter. Against Stone Memorial, we're down 15-8 late first quarter. As Bronston Chaffin inside, up and good. That's where Upperman feels like they had the advantage tonight. The speed and then the size inside with Johnson and Chaffin as Bronston Chaffin makes it 3-2. Upperman in the press, now spinning away from some contact. Outlet feed, 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebounded by Johnson, and Colton Johnson spins it ahead for Bronston Chaffin. Chaffin skips it ahead to Torrance. He tries to save it in. He does, but it goes right to Lawrence County, who has numbers in a foot race. Cobb getting back. He disrupts it. No good. The putback blocked again. Ty Cobb with his second block, and he's all over the floor early on in this one. The Mr. Basketball finalist showing off why. I think Lawrence County rightfully anticipated an easy layup, and Ty Cobb got the Jets out and got down, disrupted the first shot, swatted the second. It stays with the Wildcats, who lead by 1 here on the road early on in this one. 3 games across the network tonight for you to choose from. Over on the main UCR Facebook page, Pickett County hosting Merrill High. The Bobcats going to win by 5,765 points. And on UCR2, Cookeville faces off against Oakland tonight. Upperman trying to force some turnovers here in the half court as Tucker fires into the corner. They've hit 1-3 so far, has Lawrence County. Now that's good passing inside, and Braden Fields finishes the lane. It's 5-2. Branson Turnbow fires a pass, too much on it for Evan Huddleston. Out of play. Bobby McWilliams not happy, as Upperman's a little bit out of sorts early on in this game. Lawrence County will look to capitalize and put him in a big hole, knowing that may not last long for this Upperman team. Carr ahead into the half court. He runs into a couple of bees. Collier Bush going to get a quick start as he will go to the scorer's table about to check in. Bronston Chaffin got about a 10-second breather. He's back to the table as well. Now here's Fields, just hit a 2. Now he sends it outside, trying to back down Cobb. Shot no, rebound loose. Colton Johnson has it. And now Branson Turnbow going to turn and burn with speed. Sends to Cobb. Cobb with a drive, and a charge is called. Away from the ball after the pass. Branson Turnbow going to pick up his first personal, the team's first, as Bush and Chaffin going to check in for Torrance and Huddleston. A very uncharacteristically slow start when it comes to the execution for the Bees. Mentioned they've had some slow starts on the scoreboard, but the execution not there right now for this squad as Bush tips it out, and that's what Collier Bush's role is. Come off the bench and provide energy, hit a couple of threes. Keep those comments rolling in here. Big crowd already tuning in. This one should be much better than our girls' game yesterday. It'll definitely be more entertaining as now that one's spun out. A little crossover for Carr. He'll fire baseline. Shot blocked. Colton Johnson with the swat. He's got 3 boards already. Add another block. Upperman has 4 as a team in this first quarter. Collier Bush drives and flips out to Cobb. Off his screen. Cobb slices through. Shot up. No, but the foul. And Ty Cobb will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. We're going to get Max Carr for his first, and Cobb goes to the stripe. Cobb averaging over 26 points a night as he makes the first free throw. An 85% free throw shooter. And the sophomore sends 2 through the nylon, and Upperman's back within a point at 5-4. Good start for Lawrence County here on the road as they try to stave off elimination. Bounce pass ahead is bobbled. Now a little shoulder shrug. We play on. A drive inside. Shot up with the right hand and good. Nice touch for Alex Bedford as he finishes and gives LC back to a 3-point lead. Collier Bush surveys the floor. The tall task for Max Carr tonight. He's shadowing Ty Cobb everywhere as Johnson steps on the line. Another turnover. We'll see if Bobby McWilliams wants 30 seconds to calm things down. Not yet. Lawrence County basketball down with the 7-4 lead. Evan Huddleston back to the table as that one's thrown up and tipped out of play, so it'll stay with the Wildcats. Huddleston going to check in for Branson Turnbow. Upperman going to roll him. They'll go at least 8 deep. Could see 9 tonight. That pass ahead, Cobb with another tip. This is a steal. Now Bronston Chaffin's out and rolling. Chaffin muscles inside. Good, and 1. Count it for Bronston Chaffin. And he will go to the line to try and tie the game. And that's a big one. Carr picks up his second personal. So both fouls against the Wildcats go on Carr. And that forces Coach Cliff to the bench as Blake Taylor will check in. And Carr, who was guarding Cobb, forced out of the game. Bronston Chaffin to the line. It's our presenting sponsor tonight, Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. We so appreciate her as Chaffin puts it through. It's 6 in the first for Bronston. And we're tied up at 7. I've missed something in there. I have it at 8 on my stat sheet. Doesn't matter. Johnson with another turnover as the Upperman defense starting to do what they do and force some turnovers. 3:47 to go in the first quarter, all knotted up at 7. No doubt a point of emphasis for Lawrence County tonight, limiting those turnovers, especially in the half court. You cannot let this Upperman team get out and run in transition where they are just so lethal. Evan Huddleston has it here for the Bees. He sends right side for Collier Bush. Now Johnson in the corner. Johnson going to kick to Bush. Deep three. That's no good. Rebound down. Bedford has it. Now a tie-up and a foul as Bronston Chaffin going to pick up his first, team second. And I was just tripping. 5 points for Bronston Chaffin so far as Landon Hall checks in for Collier Bush. Tied up at 7, 3:28 to go in the first. If you have any scores and you want to put them in the YouTube comment section, feel free as you hear them. I'll read them off. Now in rhythm, transition three up. That one's no good. Landon Hall with a rebound. What a weapon he's been off the bench for this Upperman team. And ahead comes Evan Huddleston. Huddleston spins it to Chaffin. Now that pass tipped up. Chaffin has it knocked away from him. Lawrence County forces a turnover the other way. Drive inside, shot thrown up, no good. And Evan Huddleston going to pick up his first, team's third, and 2 free throws coming here for Lawrence County's Colton Tucker. Not sure what you want Evan Huddleston to do in that situation. Tucker just kind of threw it up. Wasn't a lot of contact, but he gets a bailout call, and he'll get 2. The first one is good. 4 in the first quarter for Colton Tucker. Lawrence County back out in front by a point. They're trying to turn this into a 4-quarter dogfight. Next one pops out, and it stays at a 1-point game. Quickly ahead, Evan Huddleston on the feed from Chaffin. He hands off to Cobb. Cobb with 3 different purple jerseys looking right at him. Look at this. Now he'll flip it ahead to Johnson. Over to Chaffin. Skips it out to Huddleston. Pass was tipped. Huddleston throws up the shot and good. Evan Huddleston gives Upperman their first lead of the ball game. It's 9-8. And if you're going to triple team Ty Cobb, it may neutralize him, but it is going to allow for people like Evan Huddleston to have big performances as Coach Clift wants a timeout. Upperman appears to be settling in a bit, up 9-8 with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. We'll stay here through it. Lots of games across the Upper Cumberland. Mentioned Monday night is girls region semifinals. One of the nights of the year if you're a high school sports fan in this state. And then Tuesday will be the boys semifinals. Wednesday, girls championship games. And Thursday, boys championship games. We will have coverage of Region 4 3A, Region 4 4A, and Region 4 1A as they get to their neutral sites starting on Monday. Lawrence County's got to be pleased with the start to the basketball game. They lead 9-8, they trail 9-8, but they're right there in it. Upperman had a few uncharacteristic turnovers early as Bedford sends back over to Brewer. The Wildcats hope that continues. Got to credit their defense for it. As Tucker surveys now, almost has it poked by Huddleston. He's able to send it ahead for Fields. Fields has it swiped from behind by Hall. Another turnover forced by the Bees. Ty Cobb's on the bench as Jack Torrance has it. Torrance sends to Huddleston. He'll flash in for Hall. Hall power steps inside. Good. Landon Hall with a tough take. The crowd is in it. And it's now 11-8 in favor of the Bees. They've erased the early deficit in short order. Taylor sends over for Bedford. Bedford bounces into the corner. Open 3. That would help. No good. Rebound down. Guess who got it? Landon Hall with another one. Hall across the half-court line. Now he'll give off for Huddleston. Swings it over to Chaffin. Now Torrance. Bounces in for Johnson. It's tipped and stays in. That's a nice play by Braden Fields. A chance for the Wildcats as they send the outlet pass to Tucker. Tucker hit the line. No, a foul. Jack Torrance going to be called for the team's 4th. Ty Cobb got a quick breather. He's back to the table. That's the first on Torrance. Next one sends Lawrence County to the line. Cobb going to check in for Evan Huddleston. Just 2 points so far for Ty. Baseline inbound coming for the Wildcats. Tucker with it. Drives into the low part of the zone and throws it up and through with the right hand. Good first quarter for Colton Tucker. He's got 6 points for Lawrence County. They're within a point again. Here's Cobb with a head of steam. Drives baseline. Ty Cobb is fouled. They're going to get Wes Brewer for his first, team's 3rd. Score update on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Cookeville leads Oakland 19-12 at the end of the first quarter. Cobb inbound up for Chaffin in the land of the trees. Bronston Chaffin doesn't care. Good and 1. 6'5", 230 pounds. Bronston Chaffin, the quarterback, muscles his way for 2, and he'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. It's a tough take for Bronston Chaffin. They're going to get Alex Bedford for his first, team's 4th. Chaffin's free throw is good, and Upperman's lead is 4 at 14-10. Branson Turnbow in for Bronston Chaffin. This is where Upperman has been lethal despite their slow starts. The end of quarters, they have buried teams. Lawrence County no doubt knows it. Nearly a travel, we play on. Wes Brewer has it. Here comes the trap. That one intercepted. Landon Hall picks it off. Ty Cobb running the floor, loads up and slams it home. The first 2-hand jam of the region tournament for Ty Cobb. And Upperman's lead is 16-10. A sophomore phenom in Baxter. Now a bounce out for Taylor. Lawrence County needs to hold this basketball. Brewer has it. They don't look like they're going to. Tucker has a double team. Cobb nearly pokes it over to Tucker. That would help. That's no good. Another chance for the Bees. And a foul. And this is 2 free throws for Branson Turnbow. My goodness, how quickly this Upperman team can strike. Lawrence County had early control. We're feeling good. The road crowd, which is really a strong contingent, was in it. And now the home fans controlling it. 16-10 as Turnbow's trying to stretch it to 8. He goes to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Brewer with 2 and Carr with 2 as well for Lawrence County. And the first one for Branson Turnbow is good. Aiden Stevens going to check in with the hair of the tournament. As the next one's no good for Turnbow. Landon Hall went and got the rebound. He sends it to Torrance. Second chance for the Bees. Let's see if they hold. And the senior Turnbow looks back towards his sideline and says 1, and he gets the affirmative with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. And now trying to catch him asleep was Tucker. Turnbow possesses now. Cobb with it. 12 seconds for Ty Cobb. Over to Turnbow. 10 seconds. Back to Cobb. Watch out. Cobb between the legs and fouled. Taylor going to pick up his first, and Cobb returns to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. Landon Hall off the bench. He has a 2, he has a steal, and he has a big offensive rebound for the Bees here in this first quarter. First one for Cobb rattles through. Upperman now 6 for 7 at the stripe in the quarter. And their lead is up to 8. Next one, there's your announcer, Jinx. No good. A chance for Lawrence County with a ton of speed. Here comes Bedford. Runs into a trap. He's in trouble. And time will expire at the end of the first quarter. After 1, it's Upperman 18, Lawrence County 10. This is coverage of the Region 4 3A tournament presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality Family of Services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
18-10 is our score. Upperman with the lead. It was a great start for Lawrence County on the road. They hit a 3, had an and 1 opportunity, but then Upperman did what we've seen them do for now 27 games and took control. They lead by 8, and Lawrence County's got to be very careful. I'm Noah McKay. That's Madison McKay. Happy to be with you tonight as Evan Huddleston sends it intercepted. Bedford read it the whole way. Now he's out and running in the foul. And that's a foul that Bobby McWilliams is not going to be upset about as it took away an easy 2. And they're going to get Jack Torrance for his second personal, the team's first. And Landon Hall sprints to the table, as does Branson Turnbow. In for Torrance and Chaffin. 10 seconds into the second quarter. Lawrence County trying to erase this deficit in a hurry, as they've got the consensus #1 team on their home floor tonight. Not the most favorable draw in the world. There are many other teams in a 1-4 matchup that would have better chances, as Hall rejects that one with authority. Now ahead for Branson Turnbow. Turnbow, baseline drive, out to an open Evan Huddleston. He'll drive, finds Turnbow again, across for Hall. Hall, power dribbles. He looks out, and that's a turnover. And Bobby McWilliams screams, shoot the ball. 18-10 with 7:24 to go in the first half. It was good ball movement for the Bays, and then they passed it about 2 times too many. Taylor with it. A little inside-out passing. Nice dish. 3-ball up and good. Aiden Stevens comes off the bench and rattles home the tray. They needed that. Back within 5 go the Wildcats. Ty Cobb is absolutely flying around this floor. Johnson with a turn inside, an explosive move, and he's going to shoot 2. That was quick. Braden Fields picks up his first. It's the team's first foul as well, and Colton Johnson goes to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. The first one is good. First points tonight for the sophomore, Bronston Chaffin, and he's a junior. As you look at the floor right now, 1 senior out there for Upperman. It's Branson Turnbow. Johnson flies away the next one. Too strong, no. Rebound down to Lawrence County. Trailing by 6, they got a chance to cut it even closer. Taylor looking at the full court press. He sends it ahead to Tucker. Tucker had a good first quarter. Now Stevens, he's feeling it and hits another. Aiden Stevens gets to his spot and cuts the deficit down to 3. Back-to-back triples. Now Cobb with a baseline drive. Up and under, he stepped out. Possession back to Lawrence County here with 6:44 to go. The start to the second, very similar to the start for the first for the visitors tonight. Stevens with it again. This time he has Bronston Chaffin looking at him. Stevens tries to cross him up. Chaffin stays with him. Now he'll bounce out for Taylor. Around the world goes Bedford. Bedford flips to Stevens. Another 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Now Cobb punches it ahead to Chaffin. Chaffin back to Johnson. He fires it inside to Hall. Behind the back, no rebound. Tipped, and a chance for Lawrence County. 3 straight empty possessions for the Upperman offense, and now a foul. Ty Cobb going to be called for a reach as he went for the steal and missed the ball. It'll be his first, the team's second. Our friends from Lawrence County, as always, are animated in the grandstands. It was a foul, and it was called, and it's okay. Taylor has it. We'll be all right. Taylor sends left side for Tucker. Now Bedford. Stevens. Slowing it down a little bit. He's hit 2 threes in the quarter. They've been big ones as he got Lawrence County back in it from a 9-point deficit, or 8-point deficit, rather. Taylor spins it right side for Tucker. Tucker picked up by Hall, who works over a screen. Gets another, now goes baseline. He'll send it to out of play. It was tipped by Turnbow. Stays on this end. 5:34 to play in the first half. 19-16 our score. Upperman with the lead. Pickett County leads Merrill High on the EJ's Barn scoreboard 23-11 at the end of the first. Much closer than the girls' game yesterday, which saw Pickett County win by 101 points. That 3 nearly banked in. No rebound. Still loose. Punch back, and another chance for Lawrence County. Taylor has it. Right place, right time for him. As he was getting back in transition defense, the basketball came to him. Now Fields bounces over to Stevens. Another 3. No good. Rebound down to Chaffin. Bronston Chaffin, capable of carrying the rock. He does. Bends it ahead for Turnbow. Turnbow finds an open Landon Hall. He bobbles. Regathers, now finds Chaffin. Chaffin going to drive inside, steps through. A foul is called, and 2 freebies coming for Bronston Chaffin at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. I get Colton Tucker with his first, team's second. Collier Bush back to the table. He's going to check in after the first one for Bronston Chaffin. First one, no good. Upperman leaving the door open. They've missed 2 straight free throws. up just 3. Wes Brewer to the table. He's checking in. He picked up 2 quick fouls and had to check out. Chaffin trying to stretch it back to a 2-score lead for the Bees. And he does. Nothing but net. 20-16 the score. Only offense in the quarter right now. Free throws for the Bees and 2 threes for Aiden Stevens for the Wildcats. Now Tucker trying to work on the very good defensive Branson Turnbow. Tucker able to get by him, though. Up and under, blocked. Johnson with the block, then Cobb blocks it again. It's a block party in Baxter, and now Cobb's out and running. He sends it to Turnbow, slapped out of play by Brewer. The block on one side by Johnson. He gets it back, and then Cobb swats it away again. Upperman basketball here as Cobb fires that one, tipped out again by Brewer. Active hands for him. And Cobb going to have to change where he inbounds from. He's just going to send it out for Turnbow. Over to Bush. Now Johnson. Back to Bush. Swings it to Turnbow. Bush. Turnbow. Hot potato. Now Johnson. Back to Turnbow. Over to Bush. Puts it on the hardwood. Bush has Cobb being shadowed everywhere around the floor right now by Stevens. Left side Turnbow. Upperman content to take their time on these possessions. It's Bush back to Turnbow. Now Chaffin spins it to Bush. He lines up the 3. No. Rebounded by Johnson. Second chance. Johnson turns and spins back for Bush. That's not a travel. Stop complaining. That one's going to be tipped out of play. It stays with the Bees. It kind of gets annoying when every single time something happens, you think something's happening against your team. It's not. It's a basketball game. Let's play. Bush going to inbound. Sends it up for Cobb. Stevens picks him up. Now sends left side to Turnbow. Over to Bush. Now Turnbow. Johnson. Johnson flashes a pass, tipped and stolen away. Lawrence County stands tall on defense. That pass intercepted. Ty Cobb says thank you, but he stepped on the line and it'll go back to Lawrence County. 20-16 with 3:43 to play in the second quarter. Evan Huddleston going to check in for the Bees. And Turnbow's going to get a breather. Good first half developing here. Lawrence County doing the job, playing really well on the defensive end. They're going to have to limit the turnovers, though. Nearly another one. Able to keep possession with Tucker. That one tipped. Stevens, right place, right time. Poke from behind by Huddleston. Now he has it on the outlet feed. Huddleston in a foot race. Right hand, no. Cobb couldn't tip it to himself, but Collier Bush able to extend it. It would have been basket interference for Ty Cobb, which almost never gets called, but it would have been, and he wisely didn't touch it. And now we have a foul against the Wildcats. Colton Tucker picks up his second, third team foul against Lawrence County, as Jack Torrance will check into the game here with 3:22 to play in the first half. Cobb with a baseline inbound. Jack Torrance is wide open. Cobb finds him. He triggers it, and he buries it. That's easy pickings for Jack Torrance. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3, and just like that, Upperman's lead is back to 7. Now nearly another steal. Bedford has it for Lawrence County. The defense has been so good, but the offense hasn't been there outside of the 2 threes for the young man with the basketball, Aiden Stevens. Now Bedford tries to turn on Huddleston, able to get it out to Stevens. He'll drive, free throw line runner, no, rebound down, it's loose. Stevens got it back. That's how you follow your shot. Out to Bedford, a deep tray up. Air ball, but right down to the waiting arms of Wes Brewer. Brewer fires a pass, tipped by Cobb. Huddleston has it. Here comes Cobb. Alley-oop from Torrance, and he'll put it up. No good, but a foul as he gets undercut. Cale Scott going to be called for his first. He doesn't like the call, but he's absolutely into the landing area of Ty Cobb. We usually see that on threes, but even more so the case there. And Ty Cobb to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. It is a shot. Yeah, that's the discussion, whether it was a shooting foul or not. And I'll put back. And again, the turnovers for Lawrence County. You just can't have them. You don't have the margin for error in this game to give this offense the basketball and let them out in transition as Cobb makes his first free throw. Next one, through. 2 for 2, and Upperman all of a sudden has its largest lead of the half, up 25-16. Now here's Stevens trying to work on Huddleston. Here comes the trap. Nice feed ahead to Brewer. Open tray up. That's no good. Chaffin with another rebound. And now Upperman with numbers. Torrance ahead. Sends to Huddleston. Back to Torrance. Going to line up the tray. No. Rebound down. Nice one by Brewer. 2:13 to play in the first half. Here comes Bedford. Bedford, nice Euro step over to Stevens. Now back out. Fields, he fires into Bedford. Too far underneath the basket. No good. Johnson there to disrupt. Cobb over to Chaffin, who loads up and tomahawks it through. Bronsden. Chaffin up and away. Upperman up by 11. Now nearly a travel we play on. Stevens drives to the baseline. Pass over everybody's head back to Brewer. Lawrence County taking some haymakers right now. Now Brewer. Back to Bedford. Bronsden. Chaffin can get up. He's just a junior. Bedford. Nice feed to Brewer underneath, and he finishes. Lulled him into a false sense of security, and then the two for Brewer. See if that stabilizes things for the Wildcats on the road. Good contingent of students here tonight for the Bees. I think they got the white lie t-shirts on, so they all have a little lie on their shirt as Brewer blocks that one from Torrance. A fight for it, and Torrance commits his third foul. It's a big one. Jack Torrance just committed for his third foul, and it's a little frustration foul. It sends Turnbow to the table for him, and a chance for Lawrence County down 9 on the road to crack back even further into it. Stevens, he's played the entire quarter after checking in at the end of the first. Tries to accelerate on Huddleston. Now forced to slow down. He'll bounce it over for Carr. Carr to Fields. Now Brewer. Brewer fires a pass. Finds the target. Fields, who has the nice finish. Lawrence County answering consistently throughout the half. Huddleston sends it ahead to Chaffin. Now back to Huddleston. Over to Turnbow. Turnbow drives inside. Fires a pass. Ricochets. It's still loose. Collision and a foul is going to be called on Colton Johnson. It'll be his first, team's fourth, and a great answer after the dunk by Chaffin by Lawrence County. They've scored 4 straight. They have the basketball again here with 40 seconds to play in the half. Now here's Carr. See if they try to hold or get a quick shot, and it's not going to matter because he lost it. Right back to the Bees. And again, another turnover for Lawrence County, of which there have been a bunch here in the first half. Stevens is shadowing Cobb everywhere on the floor. Upperman probably content to play a little 4-on-4 if they have to tonight. They like their chances there. And Upperman will hold for the final look. Now Cobb sends to Huddleston. 8 seconds. Huddleston back to Cobb. 4 seconds for Todd. There he goes. Cobb. Skies up. They're going to call him for a travel. Lost his balance. It goes back to Lawrence County. Good defense by Stevens. Cobb thought he got fouled, and instead a chance for Lawrence County for a dribble and a heave. 1.7 seconds to play in the first half. Inbound in. This would count. It's well short, and that brings us to the end of the first half. After 2 quarters of play, Upperman's lead is 27-20 in this elimination game in the first round of the Region 4 3A tournament. We'll have the Happy Heller halftime show when we return. Coverage presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, and you're watching it on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home located just south of Cookeville. Boasting 2,700 square feet and a 2-car garage, this home features a very open floor plan with hardwood floors. You'll find great custom touches throughout, including a welcoming covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191 for more information.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store are your one-stop shop for all your dirt machinery and aerial equipment needs. Located at 667 Horace Lewis Road in Cookeville, they are a Caterpillar dealer who rent, sell, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380. And to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store are proud to support student athletes in the Upper Cumberland and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller Halftime Show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. It's happyhiller.com. At the break, Upperman leads Lawrence County 27-20 in the first round of the region tournament. The Lady Bees victorious yesterday over Central Magnet. We're joined by Lady Bee head coach Danny McWilliams. Coach, thanks for taking some time. Nature of the beast this time of year, survive and advance. Your team does that yesterday. Looking back on it, how do you assess how the game went for you?
I think it's just like any game like that. Anytime it's an elimination game, there's some jitters, both teams a little bit. So it started out a little bit sloppy, I would say, from both ends, but really proud of the effort that we gave last night. I thought we played really hard. I thought Ella had a big-time game again. Really proud of her. But, I think everybody, just like you said, survive and advance. You get the win however you can get it and move on.
You mentioned Ella in her senior season. I mean, what a story she has been, and she was dominant yesterday in that game. How big of a weapon is that for your team that now she's had, early on in the season we talk about consistency. She's had that consistency here over the last several weeks.
Yeah, we're really proud of Ella. I think, a couple of things. We've done a really good job. She's fortunate she's got good players around her, which that always helps a post player. The better your guards are around you, the better you can be as a post player too. But Ella has, really came along, especially second half of the season, really kind of found her way, and we've actually done a better job finding her in the right spots. And it feels like, to me, offensively, we're a lot more well-rounded. Like, we know when we want to get drives, we know when we want to get the three, we know when we want to get the ball inside, where, maybe early in the year we did a little, maybe we forced things too much one way or the other. It seems like we're kind of gelling together and figuring out, taking what the defense gives and making the most of it.
Now you turn your attention towards Monday night, region semifinal night in this state, maybe only rivaled by state championship games when it comes to intensity and just everything on the line. You win that one, you're automatically into sub-state, and you get a very familiar opponent in Livingston Academy. First off, third time around against Livingston, probably, the 60th time you and Leslie Riddle at least have faced each other. What are some of the challenges doing that, seeing a team that many times within one season and then all the history that you have?
Well, we're definitely used to seeing teams multiple times out of our district, and Upperman and Livingston, that's something that, I think I feel like Leslie came into our league to Upperman and Livingston, playing a lot of games. Even before that, we came into this league with them in 2000. I know an area, so I've got a lot of respect for their program and Coach Riddle, and she does a great job. So, I think it's two good teams going at it, so we're expecting a big night.
You mentioned that, and this group mentally, do you think they're prepared? How did they handle that? I mean, that was the first time they faced an elimination game last night. Is there an experience level that you're comfortable with? Do you think they're prepared to handle all that's going to come into a neutral side against Livingston, season on the line and everything and the like?
Well, you hope so, for sure. That's why we go to tournaments like Greenville, and
right.
For these seniors, go to tournaments like Greenville, and
right.
For these seniors, they were part of our championship team in 22. So they've been in a lot of Seniors have been in a lot. The juniors have been in several too, and the sophomores have been in elimination games. So if you're fortunate enough to move on, then that's the nature of it. So yeah, we're hoping that we're prepared for it. You just same for everybody. So we're going to be excited for the game and looking forward to it. And it's a lot of fun. The most fun time of the year, really.
It is the most fun time of year. Lady Bees take on the Lady Wildcats again Monday night, 6 o'clock at Cookeville High School. Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. Apologies for those audio difficulties for a moment, but I think we are all situated. 27-20, Upperman's lead over Lawrence County. As we look back at that first half, 11 points for Bronston Chaffin, 7 for Ty Cobb. On the other end, 6 apiece for Aiden Stevens, and Colton Tucker leads it. The defensive effort has been there throughout for Lawrence County, but they've done a couple of things they can't really afford to do tonight, and mainly it's turn the basketball over. If they can control the turnovers in the second half, hit a couple of big shots, they've got a chance. Upperman will no doubt be looking to get Ty Cobb rolling. Every time he touches it, 3 different Wildcats looking right at him. So that makes it a little bit tougher on you. Somebody else will have to make a shot to free it up for Cobb. It's going to be Lawrence County basketball as we get back to action. I'm Noah McKay. That's Madison McKay. Happy to be along with you tonight. We'll have one day off, and then a region semifinals starting on Monday night. We'll be at Cookeville High School. Girls side, Upperman, Livingston. Do I really need to sell it anymore? And then White County, Franklin County, which you're going to watch. You like high school basketball. Probably not going to be as good of a game as the first one is, just to be honest with you. I think Wes Brewer has it left side. He gives back to Stevens. Pick the Sparta spread, whatever the spread is. Pick the White County. There's no value in the money line. Let's put it that way. Into the corner for Alex Bedford. He tries to throw it off of Huddleston, and he does. That's a heads-up play by Bedford as he's trapped in the corner to retain possession. Glitching. Now into the corner, or on the wing, I should say. Bauer steps, now to baseline, up and under. Acrobatic finish for Alex Bedford for 2. Now Chaffin into Johnson. Johnson quickly off the glass, and a rapid answer for the Bees as he goes off the glass for the lay. Now Tucker has it. Tucker able to send ahead to Brewer. Now back to Tucker. Into the corner, Bedford. He lines up the 3, starting to feel it, but it's no good. Got his own rebound. Now a second chance is good for Alex Bedford. He's been a mainstay in the lineup for Lawrence County for a couple of years. He finishes that one for 2. And back to a 5-point game. Lawrence County here to play tonight. We'll give you some scores on the EJ's Barn scoreboard coming up. It's a close night around the UC as that one's tipped up. Torrance sends over to Huddleston. Now Huddleston puts it on the hardwood, and he will be fouled. And this could be a big one. I believe it's going to be the 3rd on Colton Tucker, and it will as he trying to kind of undercut Evan Huddleston. As Cobb finds a no-look feed for Chaffin, and he's fouled. Bronston Chaffin will go back to the Sonia Brown with America Way Real Estate free throw line as Wes Brewer just picked up his 3rd foul. And Bronston Chaffin will attempt a couple. He's been there a lot tonight. He's 3 for 4 so far. And make it 4 for 5. 12 points. That paces all scores in the ball game for Bronston Chaffin. Two for 2. The big man buries them both. Back to a 7-point game. Lawrence County was down 11 midway through the second quarter. They had a nice answer, scored 4 straight into the halftime locker room. As Tucker going to drive all the way in. They led in the first quarter before Upperman went on one of their patented runs. But were able to reel them back in. Now another feed to Bedford, up and under again. Alex Bedford feasting on the zone. I wonder if Upperman may go back to the man-to-man. They're staying in the 2-3, and it's been great execution by Lawrence County. Upperman matches up pretty well as Cobb able to find Huddleston. Thinking about it, now skips it across to Torrance. Torrance playing with 3 fouls, finds Chaffin. Now back out to Jack Torrance. Torrance to Chaffin. Pass in, another steal for Lawrence County. They've got the Bees on the ropes a little bit. Here comes Colton Tucker ahead. Tucker drives baseline. They should get it to Alex Bedford and get out of the way he's playing right now. Instead, Huddleston tips that one out as Hall and Turnbow are at the table. Torrance and Chaffin will check out. See what Upperman's doing here. Looks like they are going to go man-to-man, potentially. They sure are. Off a screen, open 3 for Brewer. No good. Rebound down to Johnson. He tips it ahead to Turnbow. Now over to Huddleston. Huddleston back to Turnbow. He'll drive and kick to Huddleston. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebound fought for. Johnson has it. Wrestled away from him by Brewer, and a chance for the Wildcats. Bedford pushing the tempo. Bedford crosses over and a foul. Hand check on Branson Turnbow to be his 2nd. Team's first in Lawrence County. They wanted a 4-quarter fight. They're on the doorstep of having one tonight. Chaffin back in for Johnson. This is an Upperman team that's rolled through their season, but it all could come to an end tonight if they don't get it together. 21 double-digit victories for them. Now Brewer has it. He sends out to Bedford. Bedford drives inside, left-hand lane, no. Rebounded by Huddleston. Now ahead Turnbow. Turnbow weaving through traffic over to Landon Hall. Hall going to drive all the way, throws it up, no. Tips the rebound to Turnbow. Now Huddleston, open, Trey Cash. Evan Huddleston. They needed a bucket. They get a bucket. It's a Sonia Brown with America Way Real Estate 3. And the Bees are back in front by 8. Tucker has it. Yeah, good comment from Dawson. You were exactly right. Alex Bedford going to play for the best university, the reigning national champion Tennessee Vols baseball program, who are undefeated. The Vols basketball program put themselves in line for a 1-seeded day with a win over Alabama, as that 3 is no good for Lawrence County. Rebound tipped down, and Upperman with it. Turnbow ahead to Hall. Hall into Chaffin. Back to Hall. He drives, spins it out to Huddleston again. Another open 3. No. That would have sent it into Bedlam instead. A chance for Lawrence County, still down just 8. Brewer has it. Now Fields. Over to Tucker. He floats back. Under 4 to play in the third quarter. Upperman's lead is 8. That pass intercepted again by Huddleston. Eyes up. Chaffin fires it to Cobb. Ty Cobb, good. A quiet night for Ty Cobb so far, but he now has 9 points, and it's a full timeout caught on the floor by Coach Clift. Upperman's lead back to 10. We'll be back after a word from our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Score updates on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Cookeville leads Oakland 33-22. It's the other Murfreesboro school. 33-22 at halftime. Pickett County routing Merrill Hyde 55-19. Stone Memorial leads Marshall County by 3 at halftime. And Cookeville, a new score update. They now lead Oakland 47-30. The Cavaliers appear to be closing in on another trip to the region semifinals, where they will likely set up a dance with Laverne, but that is not secured. We'll let you know when we know. 3:40 to play in the third quarter, 36-26. As Bedford has it, he'll flip back to Tucker, back to Bedford. He has all 6 points in the quarter for Lawrence County. Now Stevens, he's picked up by Cobb. Upperman did go into that man-to-man, and since then there's been nothing easy for Lawrence County. Now another Nero steal. Turnbow on the ground has it, sends it ahead to Hall. Hall in transition to Cobb, back to Hall for 2. As soon as they went man-to-man, this game changed in a hurry. Back to a 12-point lead for the Bees. It's their largest of the game, 38-26. Lawrence County now needs another run. Brewer, every time they've needed an answer tonight, they found it. Bedford tries to drive on Turnbow. Turn around with the right hand and good. Alex Bedford with 8 1/4, 10 on the night. Now Cobb with a head of steam, drives in, sends it back to Hall. He lines up the 3. Good. Landon Hall with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. That gets the students into it. 2:38 to play in the third. Stevens flips back for Bedford. Bedford with a little stutter step. Now he spins back for Fields. Fields hands off to Tucker. Tucker with a nice move. Up and under, no, but a foul is called. They're going to get Bronston Chaffin for a personal. It's his second. And 2 free throws coming here for Colton Tucker. Chaffin wanted a reach around. He doesn't get it. That's going to be the second team foul against the Bees. Most part, let them play tonight. Been a pretty physical game as the first free throw is good for Tucker. He's got 7 tonight, now 2 for 3 at the stripe. Jack Torrance back in for Branson Turnbow. We want to thank our friends at Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store for joining up with us here during the playoffs, and for Upperman Baseball. You've seen their ad during the broadcast. Make sure you check them out. They're a Thompson Machinery dealer, and listen, those Cat machines are the real deal. Right off Highway 111 in southern Cookeville. As Hall going to drive inside, contorts and finishes. Landon Hall's having a really nice game. 9 points, and it's 43-30. Here's Taylor. He sends over for Colton Tucker. Tucker off a screen, now back to Taylor. Tries to drive on Cobb. Cobb says no, bounces it for Brewer. Brewer over Cobb, able to finish. That's a tough shot for Wes Brewer. And again, Lawrence County getting big shots, but again, Landon Hall's open. No, coming back is Bedford to disrupt. A chance for the Wildcats. Brewer, got to go somewhere. Little push, officials missed it. Tucker gonna drive and a foul, and that is a huge one. It's the 4th on Jack Torrance. And immediately Collier Bush to the table. That's one Jack Torrance couldn't afford to take. 1:33 to play in the third. It's still an 11-point Upperman lead. Brewer to inbound from the baseline. Bounces into the low block. Bedford tries to turn on Chaffin. Fade away, good. Another tough finish. Everything's been difficult in the third quarter for Lawrence County, and they're making them. Giving themselves a chance. Chaffin thought about the 3, instead gives to Cobb. It's not a travel. As Cobb Sends to Hall again. This time gives in to Chaffin. Chaffin up and foul. Bedford going to pick up his second. Bronston Chaffin back to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. If the crowd got their way, we wouldn't play basketball tonight. We'd just blow the whistle, and it'd still be 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bronston Chaffin's first free throw is good. It'd be a travel here, a travel there, a travel everywhere. And it'd be 80 fouls on the Bees to 0 fouls on Lawrence County. Next one, no good for Chaffin, and it's a 10-point game. Now ahead, here comes Brewer. Tries to get past Bush, instead gives back to Tucker. Tucker into the mid-range, throws it up and gets the roll. Colton Tucker with another lay-in. Back to an 8-point gap, under a minute to play here in the quarter. Bush sends over to Hall. Hall finds Cobb. Cobb to his spot. Good. Ty Cobb with his face towards the basket. You might as well just start taking a jog the other direction. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. 46-36. Nice feed to Taylor. Now ahead Fields. Finds Tucker. Tucker up and under in the foul. Colton Johnson got his money's worth. Tucker's going to go back to the line where he's 3 for 4 tonight to shoot a couple more. That's the second on Johnson. Huddleston to the table with 32 seconds to play in the third. First one for Tucker is good. Got to credit this Lawrence County team. They have made tough shot after tough shot here in this third quarter. Are very much alive in this game on the road, trying to shock the world. Tucker goes 2 for 2 at the line. Him and Bedford propelling his team back within 8. Cobb going to look for the final shot with 26 seconds to go in the quarter. Sends to Huddleston, now back to Bush. 20 seconds, Huddleston. To Bush. 13 seconds. Taylor shadowing Cobb, 8 seconds. Cobb stutters. Trying to get free. Now Bush has it. Cobb is free. He has it. Lines up the deep tray. No. Hall right there. No. Johnson tried to tip it. No. And as we head to the fourth quarter, Lawrence County still in the game after 3. It's Upperman 46, Lawrence County 38. Coverage presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
46-38, Upperman with the lead. Lawrence County hanging tough against the number 1 ranked team in the state, trying to end their season on their home floor, but they're going to have to do it in come-from-behind fashion. Upperman's led by as many as 13 in this second half, but Lawrence County's made a ton of really tough shots. Alex Bedford with 10 in that third quarter. As Colton Johnson has it, Ty Cobb gets free, surveys the floor. Cobb off another screen, loses handle, it's stolen away. Now in a foot race down the floor is Tucker up and under. Oh my goodness! Ty Cobb just destroyed the basketball. Taylor gets the putback, but oh my! Ty Cobb with the chase down block. It's still a 6-point game, and Lawrence County has the momentum. Huddleston sends it to Johnson. Upperman needs a bucket. Johnson tied up, able to wrestle it over for Huddleston. He puts up the shot and is fouled. You want a show, just watch the bottom of your screen. Nothing's ever a foul as Bedford commits his third. It's the team's first, and a trip to the line to shoot 2 for Evan Huddleston at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. In case you were wondering what it looks like to watch Tennessee versus Alabama with Noah McKay, Just watch the bottom part of your screen right now in this game. Branson Turnbow in for Collier Bush. Upperman's lead back to 7. Huddleston at the stripe. He's got 6 points tonight. Make it 7. Upperman showing a little pressure again. Tucker sends over to Taylor. Lawrence County more than competitive tonight. On the road. Now Bedford. Will it be enough, though? He kicks, and that's off the line. Possession the other way. Back to the Bees. Was not tipped. Upperman with an 8-point lead and the basketball. And again, Taylor shadowing Ty Cobb. And Upperman going to play a little 4-on-4. Can't blame him. Turnbow works it to Huddleston. Open again. 4-3. No. Long rebound. Chaffin has it. Second chance for the Bees. Skips it back to Huddleston. Puts it down now out to Chaffin. He lines up the triple. No. Rebound down and loose. Fields has it. He sends it ahead and a foul. Evan Huddleston with a reach. It'll be his second, team's first. 86 seconds in to the fourth and final quarter. Score update on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Pickett County leads Merrill Hyde 79-33. The Bobcats about to advance on in the Region 4 Single A tournament. I'll tell you this Lawrence County team against probably any other 1A or 3A team in the state is winning right now with the performance they've had tonight. 48-40. They've played great. Taylor over to Tucker. Tucker guarded by Cobb. Tries to drive inside. Now sends out to Brewer. That shot up and good. Wes Brewer for 3 and then talks a little smack to Bronston Chaffin as it's back to a 5-point game. Here's Cobb in the half court. Gives back to Huddleston. Now Turnbow has it. 48-43. Bobby McWilliams has 4 timeouts in his back pocket. He may burn them at some point, but not yet. Stevens to the table for Lawrence County. Starting to build a little belief, but they're still in a hole, down 5. Huddleston right side, into Johnson. Johnson to Turnbow. Turnbow drives, kicks to an open Evan Huddleston. His 3, too strong, rebounded by Johnson. Second chance for the Bees. Another offensive rebound, and a timeout called by Bobby McWilliams with 5:37 to play here in the fourth quarter. See if it's 30 or a full. It is a full timeout. We'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only conservator auction of this property in Jamestown. Boasting 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with 2,000 square feet of living area on 2.5 acres, don't miss your opportunity to bid. You can bid on this home and quality personal property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding in this online-only auction ends on Thursday, March 6th at 10 a.m. Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
48-43, Lawrence County's cut the deficit from 13 to 5. It's Upperman basketball after an offensive rebound for the Bees, who are missing a few open shots. Evan Huddleston had a great look for 3 before Johnson got the board. I'm Noah McKay. That's Madison McKay. Happy to be with you. Keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com for the latest coverage of high school sports throughout the UC. Ty Cobb, just 11 points tonight. He's been shadowed everywhere on the floor. See if they try to get him more involved. He hadn't had to put on the cape yet. And there was a big 3 on the other one for Wes Brewer, and then he decided to jaw at Bronston Chaffin. Just remember that. We've seen that backfire a few hundred times in the past 3 years. As Chaffin gives back to Cobb. Stevens tries to defend. Now Cobb. Back to Chaffin. Tic-tac-toe block right back to Chaffin. Now he gives in to Turnbow. Back to Chaffin. Good block inside for Lawrence County. Chaffin back to Turnbow. Now Huddleston to Turnbow. Skips it across Huddleston. Another open tray. Offline, no. Rebound down, tipped out of play, and it goes to Lawrence County with 5:03 to go. Inbound to Stevens. Lawrence County can cut it to a score on this possession. Stevens looking at 4 different Bs. He sends it ahead to Bedford, who has numbers. Sends it to Fields. His shot, no good. Rebounded by Turnbow. Nearly swiped. Turnbow has it. Now ahead to Johnson. Johnson to Huddleston, and Upperman looks to set up. Cobb, back cut. Huddleston instead to Turnbow. Back to Huddleston. Now Cobb. Deep tray. No. Another long rebound. Kept in. Brewer, yes. We play on. Bedford with speed into the half court. He drives on Turnbow, loses it, and a foul will be called on Turnbow. It'll be his third, team's second. Landon Hall to the table, and I'm not sure how there's not a travel in the corner on Brewer on that rebound attempt. Took about 4 steps, but they didn't call it. And Upperman now finds themselves in a dogfight to try and avoid being knocked off in upset fashion. Stevens in the corner. Tries to work on Cobb. Now Bedford again. Floats baseline, kick out to Tucker. Open three. No. Rebound down to Hall. Both teams missing good looks. Johnson going to run the floor. Johnson to an open Ty Cobb. Cobb gets a Chaffin screen. Now Hall in the corner. Into Chaffin. Loads up. Good and one. Bronston. Chaffin. Count the bucket. Bedford picks up his fourth. That's a huge call. The 2 is good for 23, and he's back of the line to try and stretch a 7-point lead. 4 on Bedford. Upperman going to attack him. They would love to get him out of the game. Chaffin's freebie. Cashed. And just like that, it's an 8-point Baxter lead. Lawrence County with it. Stevens looking at Ty Cobb and Evan Huddleston. Sends over to Tucker. Tucker into the mid-range. Hands off to Fields. Now a pass to Brewer. Kick out Bedford. His 3, no. Rebound long, grabbed by Tucker. Second chance for them. Up and under, no. Not the look they wanted. Gets his own rebound, though. The putback and the foul. Bronston Chaffin tried to lumberjack it. That'll be his third. And a bailout for Tucker. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. (51-43) is the score. Tucker trying to cut it back down to 6. First one is good. He's been really good tonight. 13 points. That leads the way for Lawrence County. Next one. No good. Rebound down. And a foul is going to be called on Chaffin. A big battle between him and Fields. And Braden Fields picks up the foul, and that sends the Upperman fans into a frenzy. And a timeout going to be called by Lawrence County. 30 seconds on the floor. So they're going to get Bronston Chaffin now for his 4th personal foul. And now they're going to change it to a full timeout on the floor, so we will take it with them. 30 seconds to hear from our presenting sponsor of our entire network, Watson Chevrolet.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Tonight's broadcast presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. We also want to take the opportunity to remind you parents and caregivers the best defense starts at home. Take a time out to talk with your youth about the dangers of substance misuse. Talk, they hear you. For important resources, including conversation tips, visit powerofputnam.org. Bronston Chaffin just got called for back-to-back fouls. And the last one came on a rebound attempt. And now Upperman has 4 team fouls. Lawrence County down 7 with the basketball here at 3:43 to go. It's win or go home for both these teams. Inbounds goes in. Now they send it out for Tucker. Tucker just split his freebies. Now Stevens drives. He underhand flips to Fields. Back to Tucker. Tucker tries to drive on Cobb. Turns him away. Now back to Stevens. Stevens walks up to Huddleston. Gets into traffic. Now bounces. Cobb tips it. It's a steal for the Bees defense. Turnbow comes away. 3:20 to play in the 4th quarter. Turnbow trying to orchestrate the offense. Huddleston bobbles, now repossesses. Can't dribble it again, so he gives back to Turnbow. Now a miscommunication. Landon Hall went to cut. Turnbow went to throw it to him, and a break for Lawrence County. They'll get possession back with 3:05 to play. Down 7 here on the road. Bedford inbounds to Stevens. A basket would make it feel much tighter. Difference between 4 or 5 and 7. It's a big possession. Right side Brewer. Bounces a baseline Bedford. He drives again. Shot up. Good and one. Alex Bedford putting on a show tonight. The Tennessee baseball signee goes back to the line to try to complete a three-point play. Who are they getting for this? Landon Hall picks up his first of the ball game. Now he can cut it to a 4-point game. That's a big finish for Alex Bedford. 2:47 to play. Free throw is good. They are within 4 points of the Bees on the road. Lawrence County, the 4 seed at a District 8 AAA. The Bees have run unblemished through district play so far. Now they're into region play and have a dogfight. Back for Huddleston. Now Johnson. That's a dangerous pass. Hall able to keep it in. Now Hall. A timeout going to be called by Bobby McWilliams, who is not happy with 2:23 to go in the ball game at 51-47. A 30-second timeout on the floor. Score update on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Cookeville leads Oakland 63-52 with 1:55 to go. If you expected this one to be a blowout, you came to the wrong place. Lawrence County with great execution here down the stretch in the second half after trailing by as many as 13. But they need a couple more things to go their way. Very much in it. 51-47, 2:23 to play. Huddleston to inbound from beside the sideline. Or his bench, I should say. Now Ty Cobb. He hadn't touched it very much tonight. I wonder if that's about to change a little bit. Chaffin back to Huddleston. 2:16 to play. Upperman may try to hold a little bit as well. Chaffin flips a low one to Huddleston, who has it. Huddleston tiptoes the line. Now Hall. Back to Chaffin. Huddleston again. Brewer up into Huddleston. Now Huddleston works around inside. Alley-oop to nobody. Another errant pass. Another turnover right back to Lawrence County. Tucker tries to drive. Kicks now into the corner. Brewer wide open three. Good. Lawrence County is within a point. Wes Brewer with his second three of the quarter. 95 seconds to play. Lawrence County trying to shock the world. Ty Cobb, time to put on the cape, young man. He sends it ahead to Chaffin. Now Johnson. Cobb off a screen. Has it. Drives inside. Steps through. Does not count. Foul on the floor against Lawrence County with 1:21 to play. See who they're going to get on that one. They're going to get Aiden Stevens, his first, team's third. Lawrence County is in the bonus. Any defensive fouls against the Bees, put them at the line. Cobb to inbound from the baseline. Got to go somewhere. He just tosses it over for Huddleston, and a timeout was called first by Bobby McWilliams. What a three by Wes Brewer. He has 2 in the quarter, and Upperman now finds themselves with their backs against the wall. Only up 1 with 1:21 to go. Up 1 minute, 21 seconds to play. Here's the situation. The possession arrow belongs to Lawrence County. 5 team fouls against the Bees so far, so any defensive foul puts the Wildcats at the line shooting free throws. Lawrence County has 1 foul to give as well. They've been very aggressive, and Upperman is just giving them gifts. On top of the good plays by Lawrence County, last possession down, a turnover, just a pass to nobody, and they've capitalized, hitting big shot after big shot here in the second half. We mentioned with Coach Dana McWilliams in the Happy Hour halftime show, the name of the game is Survive and Advance. Upperman trying to do exactly that here tonight against the 4 seed at a District 8 AAA. It is Upperman basketball on their end with 1:21 to play. Out of the timeout, Ty Cobb to inbound. Looking to inbound somewhere. Got to go. Finds Huddleston in the corner. Back out to Johnson. Now over to Torrance. He'll hand off to Ty Cobb. Cobb working on Taylor. Loses his dribble. It's loose on the floor. Still loose. It's going to be tied up, maybe. Nope, still loose. Lawrence County has it. Trying to get the timeout, and instead a foul is called. They were calling for a timeout, and instead they call Colton Johnson for a foul. Lawrence County has 2 free throws to try and take the lead. No question, he was trying to call the timeout as soon as he had it. They do not grant the timeout. Instead, it's 2 free throws, and Taylor's going to go to the line to shoot them. Instead, Tucker goes, but Taylor was definitely the one who was fouled. And there's a little gamesmanship there by Lawrence County. There's no question that Taylor was the one who was fouled. And they sent Tucker to the line, and Bronston Chaffin was trying to get their attention. And after the confusion, Blake Taylor going to go to the line. He has not attempted a free throw tonight. Now he's looking to make 2 and give Lawrence County the lead on the road in the region tournament. My goodness, how this game has changed. First one for Taylor is no good. And that will send the student section into an uproar here as they try to force him to miss another. Next one. Got it. We are tied. Taylor makes the second. 51-51. 1 minute to go. Winner moves on. Loser season ends. Lawrence County trying to shock the world tonight. Cobb sends it ahead to Chaffin. Now Johnson. Cobb off 2 screens. Puts it on the deck. Cobb, triple team. Good. Ty Cobb with the bucket. 40 seconds left for Lawrence County. A 3 would give him the lead. Timeout called by Bryce Clift. When in doubt, give it to 0, and he'll make something happen. He makes the 2, but it's Wildcats basketball. A 2 to tie, a 3 to win. Tremendous basketball game here as Lawrence County has executed at a very high level here on the road tonight. They still find themselves down by a pair as Ty Cobb makes his first field goal of the 4th quarter. But they have the ball. Don't forget they are in the bonus. Any defensive foul sends them to the line. Bronston Chaffin has 4 fouls. Jack Torrance has 4 fouls. Colton Johnson has 3, and Branson Turnbow also has 3. As good of a game as you're going to find tonight in the state of Tennessee, as Lawrence County with 0 intimidation here on the road has executed at an extremely high level. Upperman has certainly not done that, and the end result is what you're seeing right now, 53-51, and it's anybody's game. How does Lawrence County approach this possession? Do they try and get a quick one? Do they bleed the clock a little bit? Do you go for a 3, a 2, or just run your offense? I think you just run your offense here for at least about 10 seconds or so. See if you can get a great look, whether it's a 3 or a 2. And I want it in Alex Bedford's hands. He's been sensational here in the second half. He comes off a screen. Pass is intercepted. Cobb picks it off. Ty Cobb puts it in for 2. Ty Cobb. Steal. Score. Now on the other end, Fields drives in. Shot up and good, and a timeout called by Coach Clift. A huge answer for Braden Fields, but Ty Cobb out of the timeout. Goes up, takes the pass away, finishes the lay, and now they have the basketball up 2 with 24 seconds to go. Lawrence County has 1 foul to give. My goodness. Cobb hasn't been able to get free tonight at all, and in the last minute, he hits 2 incredible shots. The steal and the score, the runner on the last possession, but Lawrence County still, they got the foul in their back pocket. They can sell out to try and force a turnover, and then they can play the foul game, and we still have enough time. If Upperman misses even 1 free throw, they'll have a chance with it. That's why he's a Mr. Basketball finalist right there in that moment. They're going to want to get him the ball. Everybody in the gym knows it. Branson Turnbow can run the baseline as he goes to inbound. Cobb is free. He has it. There's the foul. 1 more to give. Pardon me, that's the last one they have to give as Colton Tucker picks up his 4th. Bedford and Tucker with 4 apiece here for Lawrence County, so they can't be the ones to foul here. 22 seconds left. The clock on the screen is not official, we'll remind you. Inbound coming from Turnbow. He's got a football pass it to Johnson in the half court. Johnson tiptoes, now sends a dangerous one. Huddleston tips it in the foul. Woo! Blake Taylor going to be called for his second. Lawrence County almost got what they were looking for. 18 seconds on the clock exactly, and Huddleston is at the line where he will shoot two. The senior, Evan Huddleston, makes the first. He's 3 for 3 in the fourth quarter. One more coming here. This one is absolutely critical. Either way, Lawrence County's got to go fairly fast. Free throw. Good. 2 for 2 for Evan Huddleston. Timeout on the floor. A full timeout with 18 seconds to play. It's 57-53. We'll remind you our presenting sponsor tonight is Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. 931-979-7145. So she can make your real estate dreams a reality. We appreciate her sponsorship. Huge crowd tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on the NFHS network, we welcome you in as well. Evan Huddleston with 2 good free throws. Ty Cobb with 2 made buckets. On the other end, Wes Brewer hit a big 3 to tie the game a little bit earlier on, but then Ty Cobb came right down the floor and hit a 2. Lawrence County, very game tonight, but they have been, there's just been a couple of moments where those turnovers, that steal and score for Cobb was the example where if they don't have that, they're up in this game. Instead, they're down 4. They don't need a 3. But they need something quick here. A 3 would obviously be great for them, but a quick 2 extends the game. Fields bounces it to Bedford. Bedford into the half court. Tries to drive baseline. Floats back. 3 ball up. No good. Popped out. 10 seconds left for Turnbow. There's the foul, and Upperman's going to survive. Brewer commits his 4th. Branson Turnbow is going to go shoot 2. At the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, and mathematically, if he makes 1 to take the 4-point play off the table, there's probably not enough time for Lawrence County tonight, who has come on the road with a spirited, inspired effort. First one for Turnbow is no good. Remains at a 4-point game. Next one is good. 5-point lead for the Bees, 7.5 to play. Taylor gives to Bedford with a head of steam. Bedford puts up the 3, no good. Upperman survives and advances. Final score tonight, Upperman 58, Lawrence County 53. We welcome you into the Legacy House postgame show. Legacy House in Smithville, your one-stop boutique and home goods store. What a ball game we had here tonight. These two teams giving it their absolute all with the season on the line. Lawrence County, I mentioned in the pregame, been very competitive this season, and they were very competitive tonight. But too much Upperman at the end, and we'll tell you about why as we get to the scoring from this contest. First for the Bees, who run their winning streak to 16 consecutive games and set up a date with Giles County, who is a winner tonight over Livingston Academy, 71-52 earlier on this evening. 17 points for Bronston Chaffin, 15 for Ty Cobb, 9 for Evan Huddleston, and we'll go down the line. 9 as well for Landon Hall, 2 for Branson Turnbow, 3 for Jack Torrance, 3 tonight for Colton Johnson, for a team total of 58. The Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game tonight, the young man, the senior who stepped up to the line and won Upperman the game, Evan Huddleston. 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. A huge tip of the cap to Bronston Chaffin and Ty Cobb, who each were huge tonight. But Evan Huddleston, the senior, extends his season with 4 huge free throws in the fourth quarter. You have to tip your cap to Lawrence County. They came on the road here tonight. Bryce Clift had his team ready to play. Alex Bedford, who's a stud on the baseball diamond, was a stud in this game tonight. They made big shot after big shot on the road in a tough environment. But in the end, Upperman able to show why they're so highly touted. With their backs against the wall, they survive and move on. They will take on, once again, Giles County on Tuesday night at Cookeville High School in the semifinal round of the Region 4 3A tournament. And the intensity will ratchet up even more. We'll remind you to keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com. We will have complete scoreboard from tonight's games. We obviously don't have all the scores live, but Goose will compile them and have them there. We'll also have coverage of Cookeville's game against Oakland, which sees the Cavaliers advance on to the region semifinals as well. An unbelievable high school basketball game here tonight at Upperman High School, but it is the Bees advancing on with a 58-53 victory over Lawrence County. I'm Noah McKay from Madison McKay on camera, and everybody at UCR, have a great night, everybody.